Good morning, third grade scholars. Miss Keck here, ready to jump into a Tier 3 comprehension lesson. Before we get started, we're going to make sure you have everything we need in order to be successful today. You will need this book from getepic.com called Brave Grace. You can pause the video now to pull up this book on getepic.com or find it in your email. Unpause the video when you're ready to jump in. Alrighty, scholars, let's jump on into today's reading. Scholars, I'm going to ask you a question right now. What's something you're scared of? What's something you're scared of? I'm definitely scared of a lot of things. Tell Ms. Keck. Awesome. I'm a little bit scared of heights. When I get really high up in the air, I get really nervous and I'm afraid to look over edges. So thank you for sharing what you're afraid of. Alrighty, scholars. So in this story, Brave Grace is a girl who is not afraid of almost anything. Let's read and find out what she's not afraid of. Before we get started, we're going to take a look at these sight words. We're going to say them together so when we find them in the text, we know what they say. The first one is was. Say it, say it, say it. Great job. The next one is tell me. You got it. It's coming. Say it, say it, say it. Great job. The next one is today. Say it, say it, say it. Our next one is she. Say it, say it, say it. What's our next one? You got it. It's saw. Say it, say it, say it. Our next one is, you got it, one. Say it, say it, say it. Our next one is not. Say it, say it, say it. And our last one is tell me. It's day. Say it, say it, say it. Awesome job, scholars. Send yourself some shine. That was a lot of sight words to go through, and you did an amazing job. All right, scholars, there might be some words that we might not know, and tell Ms. Keck how we decode them. Tell Ms. Keck. Great job, scholars. We find chunks that we know, and we say it faster and faster, and we think to ourselves, does that make sense? We're going to do it this word right here. This word's going to come up a lot. Ms. Keck's going to try to figure it out. So, forgotten, forgotten. Does that make sense? No, it doesn't. I'm going to break this word up. So I know I-G-H-T makes the ite sound, the ite sound. And I know F-R is a blend, so I'd say fright, fright. Ooh, the first part of this word is fright. I say it faster and faster. In, this is E-N says in, frightened, frightened, frightened. And Edie makes the D sound, frightened, 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 frightened. Does that make sense? Is that a word that I know? I do know the word frightened, and it has to do with our story about being brave. So make sure you find the chunks you know and you say them faster and faster and think to yourself, does that make sense? Awesome job, scholars. I'm excited for you to go through and decode those words. Before we get started, before you jump into reading, we're going to have a thinking job as we think about when we're reading. Our thinking job is, what does the author want us to learn from the story? While you read, you want to think, what does the author want us to learn from the story? You can now pause the video and unpause the video when you have finished reading fluently and accurately. Awesome job, scholars. You did an amazing job reading and decoding that story. Before we jump into our comprehension questions, we're going to make sure we do what? You got it. We're going to make sure we mine for evidence, which means we find the answers in the text to make sure our teacher knows where the answer is and we know that our answer is right. All right, scholars, let's jump in with a factual question. Our first question is, what is Grace afraid of? What is Grace afraid of? Find the evidence. Awesome job. Now tell Ms. Keck. Amazing job, scholars. Send yourself some shine. Alrighty, scholars. Our next question is, what is Grace doing when she sees the spider? What is Grace doing when she sees the spider? This is an inferential question, so you need to use the text and the picture and what you know to figure out the answer. So what does Grace what is Grace doing when she sees the spider? Find that evidence. Awesome job. Now tell me the answer. Amazing job, scholars. Send yourself some shine. We're now going to do some critical thinking questions, which deals with how the character might be thinking or how the character might have changed throughout the story. Alrighty, scholars, our first critical thinking question is, why is Grace afraid of the mouse but not afraid of the other things in the story? Why is Grace afraid of the mouse and not afraid of other things in the story? Find the evidence. Awesome job, scholars. Now tell me the answer. Amazing job, scholars. You critically thought and got an amazing answer. Send yourself some shine. Kiss your brain. Alright, scholars, let's jump in our last question, which is another critical thinking question. What does the author want us to learn from the story? What does the author want us to learn from the story? Find the evidence. Tell me your answer. Amazing job, scholars. You critically thought and found that answer. You did such an amazing job today. Kiss your brain. And I will see you next week. Bye, scholars.